the Nag Hammadi Library of James Robinson, which was translated in 1977. So it took them from 1945 when they dug these particular texts up to 1977 to translate. And it is the basis of modern religion. Anything else pales in comparison with it because it is the true Pharaonic thought, although the motifs come in the aspect of Christianity. Just remember that this is the Christianity that was stolen and later made into the New Testament. So because the characters are pure Christian, that is characters that was made up in ancient Kemet, and the story goes that you had a renegade creator that broke away from the main universe and came to this sector and created his entire universe. And with a group of conspirators, these other entities that he created are created from this particular act, they later on enslaved light particles or souls from the uncreate or the true universe and entrapped those particular souls into human bodies. But those particular souls, because those particular souls are from the greater universe, they are greater than the gods who created them in the physical. But how can you be greater than the people who created you? Because you were created in the physical, and that was the physical counterpart, but the soul that is inside of you is above and beyond that which it was trapped into, and the gods who trapped the soul. So we are higher than the gods who created us. They only created us, or they trapped us in the physical universe or the physical body, but our souls are much more advanced than the gods who trapped us. As a matter of fact, our souls are the parents of the gods or the renegade gods who created the known universe. Now, this story is found in Greece. In the Greek text, they talk the same story. In the Sumerian text, they talk the same story. In the Babylonian text, they talk the same story. In the Camite text, they talk the same story. There is no major system that our modern day religions, whatever they are, come from that don't talk about this same story of this being a subordinate creation. You just have to trace it back to its particular origin. But those particular entities that existed prior to this particular creation later on became the evil ones in world mythology and in religious doctrine. So the gods who were trapped down in the physical aspect that later on became what is called humanity, those particular gods are those particular entities, are those particular primal beings that were trapped in the particular, into this particular physical creation and became humans. And we talk about this over and over again. Those particular gods are known to the world of the gods who trapped them as evil. So the evil that we're talking about when we talk about the ancient evil, the return of the ancient evil, we're talking about the ones beyond the gods who created the physical universe. And those particular gods that created the physical universe are subordinate deities. The older deities are the pristine deities, later on becomes humans. So we are higher than the gods who created us. But the twist of this is that the gods who created us devised the plan by calling us the evil ones, and so therefore we worship those particular gods, and we shun what is called evil, which in actuality is only ourselves. It says that Satan simply means God in the physical. So when they say Satan was cast down for 1,000 years, cast and bound for 1,000 years, the 1,000 is representative of creation. Satan was cast and bound for 1,000 years. When they say that, to be bound or cast down means you have to be trapped into a physical body. We talked about this before over and over and over again, but it is imperative that you understand the Gnostic tale. Once again, an abortion or a freak abortion of certain amount of energy or intelligence that thinks it is the creator or thinks it is the ultimate creation comes down and creates its own world with a group of co-conspirators with it that it created out of itself. Then take the material from the primal world that existed prior to it and traps it into the physical world or its creation. So the physical body is the creation of a creator. But the spirit that is housed, or the soul that is housed inside of that creation, is of a greater origin than the creator who created it.
Pain and suffering is the only true thing that is pure. Suffering is just like the god Inanna. Now, Inanna, if you get the book, there's a book called the Book of Inanna. And in there, she has to go through a whole series of transformations. And she had to take off all this jewelry, all her clothes, and she has to strip because she's ascending into a world to get to a higher level. And at the end of the journey, she dies. And when she dies, she literally gains a whole lot of spiritual insight and spiritual power also to do what she want to do. So the Inanna story was also changed to Job in the book because they can't have the woman going through the process in the patriarchal religion. So Job becomes the great sufferer. And black people, in a sense, are the masters of suffering. You say, well, why do I have to suffer? Because suffering is the only thing that is pure. Because if this is a doggone, if you're in a prison, and you rebel against the prison, that's pure. You don't never want to doggone accept the prison that you're in. Right. So pain and suffering is the only thing that is pure. And so therefore it's inevitable. Seem like we can't shake this pain and suffering on some kind of level and stuff. Look like we on the right damn track. Because that shit will follow us like damn luggage.
Like disease.
You see what I'm saying? Pain and suffering going to come and you can candy coat it all the hell you want. But if something will go wrong, it will. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because it's, that's just the way it is. Why the hell you think these white Jews are trying to doggone corner the market on this suffering thing? You see what I'm saying? And why is it, like I said, why is it that the movie Hellraiser, when they solve the riddle, these Cenobites come and all, and they doing all kind of horrible things for pain and suffering, because they're trying to tell you that the pain and suffering in an illusionary world, it may be pain and suffering in the Matrix, but in actuality, it is paradise outside this illusionary world. And what is the white boy's thing to give you anesthesia?
Right.
Remember, he causes an incontinuance towards learning. The white boy causes an incontinuance towards learning and understanding because he causes luxury. You see what I'm saying? Which is the doggone anesthesia. You see what I'm saying? So even our protests that we talk about is all still based on luxury.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Some type of shit that ain't going right in this man's world that you want to go right so you can not have no problems. Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. And I have to keep reminding myself, this shit does not exist. We're a bunch of dead people thinking we're alive and been dead millions of years ago. That's what they said. The Egyptians said that there was a group of people that died millions of years ago, a couple of thousand years ago, and after they died, this earth and this civilization, all this shit that we come into being is what is left over after these people died. The Greeks say it's something left behind. So it's a big, vast dream. So I'm saying, wait a minute, hold on. If the key to being a god is immorality, if this is an illusion. And maybe that's what black people are doing, because we ain't got nothing left to us, man. We can't trust each other. We can't do nothing. We'll kill each other. Maybe that's divine. Maybe because we are so opposite from civilization to the white boys looking back and say, the motherfuckers are losing their mind now, which means they're waking up.
Right. That's right.
Think about it now. I told you that the Greek Christ, which happened to say the Greeks, no, we didn't invent that shit. They said this shit came to us through some ancient world is Dionysus, which is Osiris. Plutarch figured that out. And one of his realms is somber madness. He's the god of madness. So yet we up here saying, oh man, I don't know what it looks like black people, we are mad. And they said, wait. If this if we scurry immortals are the dead, and you become mad in death, that means you gotta be waking up.
Right.
Because if you just a regular person going, and the most admired, that means that you are still dead.
Right.
And the only spark now is madness.
Yeah. That's right.
See, you gotta look at the magnitude of what we're talking about here, because see, we still trained. Say, wait a minute, that motherfucker up there just talking some crazy shit. But listen, look, you coming in a room on a Sunday in the year 2000. You sitting down listening to a person, and we're talking about insanity.
Right.
That is it. Because everything else we figure out, man, they're just words.
Right.
But this is when you get into the spirit, because that's what it is. The Christ thing is supposed to be something that's out of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying? Don't supposed to be somebody coming back driving some car and shit. Hey, come on, let's go down here and pick some peaches.
No, that's right.
And it goes to show that what they turned into this religion and this moralism is totally opposite for what we need to be dealing with. And everybody talking about a spiritual man. Pharaoh, come on, a spiritual man. That's a spiritual man. This preacher a spiritual man. And we don't know what spirit is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Spirit is all the shit that the sinners do. That's the spirit.
Right.
If this is a dream and an illusion, then total nihilism. Nihilism means you don't give a fuck about nothing.
Right.
You're a nihilist. Anarchy. That's chaos.
Right.
That is the only thing there is. You see what I'm saying? That's the only thing there is. And if that void is in us, that means that the great old ones are back. It's just that we don't know it. Our face is turned because you're still looking for fucking prosperity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, that's right.
You're looking for prosperity, and you need to be looking this way and hating all life to make the shit just come on.
Mm-hmm.